Hey, hi sailors, welcome back. So today I just want to talk a little about your safety equipment that you need on board. It's almost springtime. We're going to be heading out there and we're always a rush to get out on those perfect days, but it's so important to check all your safety gear and make sure you have everything in order before you go. So used to be a book. You can find it online, just a safe boating guide for Canada, and you've got your PCOC, your proficiency card. You need that. So make sure you have yours with you. Put it into your phone, right? Save it there. Insurance, you got to have your insurance. Definitely, marinas will even be checking, and most marinas now want 3 million liability. So make sure you have your insurance and that it's up to date and you've gone through it. A lot of marinas and boating clubs like the one I'm in have a safety inspection every year, and it's just a great way to meet and go through all your equipment and show off your boat, but get those check marks, get that gold sticker ready to go. And you could also, through the Royal Canadian Marine Search and Rescue or SARS or even Coast Guard, they'll come out and do safety inspections too. Great if you can get that too, and you can have your little sticker and put it up on your mast or somewhere, just to show that you are fully compliant. Your boat license, make sure you have a copy of that. Again, keep it on your phone. You should always have that with you. And like I said before, your PCOC, having copies of that with you at all times. Your logbooks, as I talked before, I've got a bunch of different ones from different sailing schools. This is the international one. But there's lots of logbooks you want to keep track. First aid manuals. Hey, even a book. Put a little plug in for Canadian sailing. I used to teach all their courses there, and it's great. So I tend to keep a bucket of all my safety gear right handy, so I know where it is. First things first, PFDs, personal flotation device. They're not life jackets, they're personal flotation device. I like the inflatables. You're going to wear them. You have to wear them. They're comfy to wear. So the inflatables are really a good way to go. PFDs. You can have manual, then you have to take this little tag that I thought was only made for me. It says jerk here. Oh, ha, ha, ha. But if it's a manual one, I've had that happen. You actually have to pull it. Otherwise, it's just a little scarf around your neck. So you want a hydrostatic or one that's automatic. Down in the nice little window, you'll be able to check the inspection on it. If you leave these at low tide on the beach, when you're busy moving everything in and the tide comes up, all of a sudden you'll hear a psht as it goes off on you. So you want to make sure it's in the green zone and that it's been checked. The canisters to replace are not that difficult to do, but they're fairly expensive. So you want to make sure that it's compliant, that it's fully compliant for Canada or whatever waters you're cruising in. These, don't leave them out in the sun all the time. They will start to degrade. They're great. I did have one go off this last year. Oh my goodness, it just inflates so fast. It's kind of scary when it happens. But I ended up with that little manual one, getting it caught actually on the wheel as I was steering, and I was bending over to check my engine or whatever, engine stop, and all of a sudden, psh, and up it goes. So yeah, always fun. You can open it up and you can see what the quality is inside, but it will just inflate out, and really good to have. You have the other kinds of PFDs also. I have those as well. Those on a bigger boat don't have to be worn, but you have to have them with you. Don't use them as seat cushions. As soon as you start sitting on any sort of a PFD, you are taking those foam and compressing it. The other thing is, it is not your rabbit's foot or whatever, your good luck thing. To have a PFD that's 30 years old, you got it when you were a kid and it saved you all the time. Well, you've never used it. You want to make sure it still works, okay? So good thing to update all the time. We've got tons of them. I've got at least 6 or 8. You don't want to fall over, so jack lines. There's a full set here. Jack lines, safety lines, having them on, tethered, one up one side, down the other side, properly tethered to the cleats, and then have a safety harness, which I do have down here as well. Safety harnesses with a short lead. Don't have long leads. with your safety harnesses. Sorry, I should have pulled that out easier before. But you want to have a good safety harness with a properly working clip at the end. Make sure it's working. Oh, this one's a little, oh yeah, it's fine. But make sure you have that double clipping. Really good way to go. As soon as you take off a clip, you are free to go overboard. Have a short tether, use those jack lines. If you do have a slip going, you're not going to end up over and being dragged as a tuna fish line behind you. You might be able to just grab on and pull yourself back on, or it'll be easier if you have other people. Safety harnesses are so important. I single hand a lot, and I will always have a safety harness with me. So some of the other safety gear that we want to go through real quick, I'm just pulling it out in random order. This never talked about enough. Bungs. Have a way of sealing those through hulls. You got a hose that goes off. You've got the handle brakes. A lot of the through hulls now, cheap metals, they do break down. They break off, and I've seen people almost sink their boats with that. If you got a bung handy right there, tied on beside is a good way of going too. I actually have them doubled up and just whipped on beside. You can stick it in the size of the hole that you have for each of your through hulls. That's how you decide what you have. So I've got a bunch of different ones there. Really, really good to have. Your waterproof flashlight, woohoo, you should have that. Your flares with the expiry date, good for 4 years from the date of manufacture. When you go to those lovely marine stores and they're offering it half price, check the year on it. It's written on them, hard to see. So what do? Just on the outside, I write it a little larger. These are good till 2028, 4 years from when they were manufactured. Now, those are for using with a gun. There you go, the little plastic guns. Why do I have two? Well, redundancy. Had that one. Maybe some of the flares are expired. Oh, see in the comments. Is that a good thing? Yes, I know. I've taken them in the fire department before, wherever you can, Coast Guard, when they allow it, take in your expired flares. If they are dry and stable, I think I would keep them for backups, but let's see what you say in the comments on that one. Buoyant heaving lines. I like having a few of these. This one I'll just take outside and have it on there ready to go. I also have the life ring and the 15 meters of line to go with it as well, 50 feet. Sound signaling devices. There's lots of different ones. The air horns are manual ones. Work. Just have it somewhere where it's not going to go off on you, unless you want to wake the crew up for breakfast time. I throw all sorts of different things in. I have a hand bearing compass I still use for my navigation, and that'll be a different video. Hand bearing compasses, and do my 3 bearing fixes or running fixes or all that sort of stuff. Yes, we have GPS, but if it ever goes out on you, what do you do then? So paper charts as well. I've got all the charts as well as using my plotters, and I back my plotters up, as I mentioned in one of my videos, so you can go back and see another video about it. Simple iPad works great. You can download your Navionics once you paid for it. You can have it on your different devices, and even have it on your phone almost now, or on your watch. You're definitely on your phone, having it there. Backup, have your systems. Smoke canisters, yeah. That's as well. Depending on the size of your boat, you will have to have different amount of flares, depending if you also have a radio. That's over on that side. I carry handheld radios as well as the fixed station, and you need to have your license on that, your radio operator's license. But if you have your radio mounted and you're in an emergency, you can do your calls, and Coast Guard will help. Just don't be using it if you're not certified for just everyday use. Again, more flares. Oh my goodness, little handheld things. Smoke handheld, also flares. You can have those sorts of ones as well. So lots of stuff that you want to have. You also want to have your paddle, your oar, your anchors, depending, whatever it is to control your boat when it is broken down. So that's why you get the choices in that, depending on your size of the boat too. When you get up to the larger boats, you're going to talk about more firefighting equipment. You also, for your engine room, want to make sure you have systems in there to firefight. That's one thing I didn't mention. I'm not going to pull them off now, but I've got my fire extinguishers checked every year for a boat like this, B2s. You can get ABC, does all the fires, but it definitely B2s. and make sure that they are checked every year. Hydrostat checked every 6 years. I think I just replaced mine, right? So you want to make sure they're properly checked and you are good to go. If I missed something, write it in the comments. I just did this as I've taken the bucket out, so hopefully I haven't. But safe boating out there, do the check, keep it somewhere safe and dry, know where it is so you can use it, and have a great time out there. As we're talking about safety, there's a few other things that you definitely want to consider. One is you definitely need is your bilge pumps. So both manual and automatic bilge pumps, like a bilge pump that go in there, but you want your manual one that you can be working to in case your batteries have gone underwater. Your power one will not work afterwards, so you want that. And a safe reboarding, that's so important. You want your ladder to be able to have a safe reboarding. It should be easy to pull down. That's the other thing. If you're single-handing and you do go over, you want a way to pull that ladder down. So with mine, I actually have the clips that hold the ladder in, and I've got little lines on them, so if I'm in the water I can pull them at the bottom, pulls the clips up, and the ladder will come down. So you want to think about safe ways to reboard a boat. If you've ever been swimming around your boat or do fall over, it's a long way up, because when you get on the dock you're already that much higher. When you're in the water, it's a long way up, and for larger people like me, trying to pull yourself up on board, forget it unless you've got a good boarding system. So don't fall over, but if you do, have a very safe reboarding system. And it also makes fun when you're diving off the boat at a nice anchorage. One thing that's not on the list, so make sure you have everything from the list, but I really think with navigation and just for safe boating are just good binoculars. They help you so much when you're identifying other boats. What is that coming towards me? Is it on a collision bearing? Yes, I can check my devices, my plotters, my AIS and other things, but a simple keeping track that way. Is that a log in the water or a whale? Have your binoculars handy. They're great. Use them all the time. So these are the things that we need. They make the boating so much better. And yeah, have fun out there, but be safe. Make sure you have all the safety gear. Did I miss anything that you consider that you would add beyond the list? Because that's the other thing, is there's a lot of things beyond the list that we haven't talked about. And also with safe boating checks, your navigation lights, you want to check those every time and make sure they're all working. If you come down in the evening or you're hanging out with the beer after you brought it back to the dock and the sun is now set, flip your lights on, make sure everything's working. Also your anchor light, your steaming lights, your running lights, and make sure everything's working and your boat is totally safe. And if you are anchored out, you need that anchor light on. Oh my goodness, I'm in so many anchorages where people don't have anything on, or they got the little solar thing that lasts for about an hour and a half and then dies out. And people do come into anchorages late at night, and they should be able to, and they should be able to see where your boat is. So if your boat's at anchor, it needs to have that anchor light on. Have a great time, and we'll see you again. Hopefully you find these videos useful, and like and subscribe. And if you just like to get popcorn and laugh at me while I talk about boating, that's fun too. I look forward to your comments, and safe boating.